Hi, everybody. Corrie Thorne, spiritual healer. Welcome back to the monthly channeled messages. Please remember this is not to replace any medical, psychological, and it also is not a personal reading. This is a channeled message, and we are channeling. We're channeling through for those born under the Aries sign. If you have Aries within your chart, or if you're cross watching, there may be a message in here for you as well because it is channeled. It is not. It's not a astrology. It is not. It is not tarot. It is, I use tarot cards in some of these messages, but this one's going to be for Aries. And please remember, always use your own free will. You are your own guru, and that nobody should be taking away any of your choice to choose. You always have that free will choice, and to be able to trust your own intuition and your own heart and to make wise decisions. Common sense goes a long way. Please remember that. Think wisely. And so, I feel like for Aries, I think there's some wise decisions to be made. This is for the month of November, uh, and so this is being recorded on November the 1st. I wanted to record last night on full moon, but never happened. It didn't unfold the way that I wanted it to for you, and I feel like part of that was a little bit of the. Um, and I don't want to say rigidness of the energy, but it is some rigid Mercury retrograde energy that was kind of pushing through there. And it is, the retrograde has been in Mars, I think. And so I believe that's, I feel like what the messages tell me, there's some rigidity kind of energy that's like out of your control, but I feel like there's like revelations, like you're really truly like having some real revelations, like you're really opening up and saying, you know what, I should never have trusted right there, like trust my own heart, trust my own, and it's very big to even the first message, trust in your own free will. But I feel like you, Aries, has a very strong sense of who they are. They know who they are, they know what they want, they're no, and it's like I feel as if for a lot of Aries, other people's insecurities is making you question yourself, and it's in the whole world, it's all the way around us, it's like all the way around the whole, like there's all this sensibility, like oversensitive kind of energy. And for Aries, not known to be that oversensitive, sometimes we need a little tweak into being a little more sensitive sometimes. But it's like I feel like you're nurturing the insecurities, and I feel like it's like your own plus somebody else's, like you're, there's a sense that almost like you're nurturing someone else's wounds, like, and you're feeling like they're yours, but they're not. It's somebody else's wounds, and you're saying sorry for somebody else's wounds. Stop doing that, Aries. I have a sense of like having a real revelation towards that. There's a lot of aha, wake up moments that are really truly coming to life. Aries, you've got the shitty end of the stick in the zodiac in the past year or so, the past couple of Chiron has been playing largely into your house, into your field, and just like that wounded healer energy has kicked the ass of the Aries throughout. Not saying we haven't had good moments. There's been a lot of good moments as well, but it's like you've really had to struggle, really had to fight for everything. And I feel like this coming up, like the path, the direction that's ahead, is like uh, finally there's some changes, some shifts. So this is when we really just let go. Stop playing into the guilt of somebody else. Stop trying to follow that whole status quo. Stop trying to be a part of any pack. You always beat to your own drum. You always did. And that's how you always rolled. And for some reason, that whole sense of feeling like maybe, maybe I should start changing that. Maybe I should start being, because other people are telling you that. It's in your energy. And it's like, and so you have this whole sense of family, friends, and guides and spirit. And I feel like it's like we have friends and family that inspires, and then we have friends and family that challenge us, and then we have friends and family that try to change us, and we all have that blend somewhere. It is human nature. Not all is intentional, not all is setting out to intentionally harm us or hurt us, or but they're just, some don't want to be left behind, and there's some fear energy that comes here, and you can't play into the fear. I feel like you're also going to need the love and support as you go through these revelations of some members of your family or some people in your life who were there but very quietly there for you. um I have some sense of I want to say I have spirit energy coming through for your Aries. I have the strong presence of it's a dear friend to somebody. And I feel like I have a dear friend. And I also have like, and I feel like it's like a grandmother, somebody who you like being like really close to, like you were dear friends, as well as being like a mother daughter or grandmother daughter. Like, and I just see the hands being clasped like this, somebody who would have held their hands, and that may be very personal to somebody. And if it's resonating with you and you're in the Aries, or then know that this is for you. I just feel like it's like, just know we're still guiding you. We're still guiding you from the other side. You have a lot of Pisces in your energy, a lot of that water. And of course, the full moon was a Taurus full moon, but in Scorpio season. So we're in Scorpio season. So you have a lot of that water. And I feel like the waters around you are affecting you, because sometimes the waters don't realize they're actually, they're not always so calm as what they think they are. And so there's some kind of like splashing against you. That's what it feels like. I'm like knocking against you a little bit. And it's like they eventually, it kind of erodes, it kind of like it erodes. It kind of starts to wear on you. And I just feel like you're just like putting out your flame. You slowly have had this flame being put out in so many ways. And you have these other family members who are starting to see this, or friends who are starting to see this. Say, you know what, you have to start pushing that back a little bit and claiming this again. And so there's a sense of how important this, there is some real, like, I feel like some real serious endings happening here for you, Aries. Could be a relationship, it could be work, it could be, just the past. I feel like that whole real wounded story is like, this is an end, we're cut all karma. I feel like this is karma ending. There's some karma relationships, feels like it might have come past times back and back and back and back. It's like back and back and back and back. And I feel like it's like, if you love to cook, I feel like this is a good time to get in the kitchen, start baking, start cooking, because this grandmother energy is telling me she would can this time of the year. And she's telling me she would can or bottle, whatever you want to call it. Newfoundland would call it bottling. I'm in Alberta, Canada, and they call it they call it canning, even if it's in a bottle. And so there's like whatever the terminology is that you preserving, right? Doing the preserves. And so with this harvest energy, like this end of the harvesting season, we got all this extra stuff. So it's like harvesting up. So she's telling you, start building your preserve, your reserve, right? Building up your reserve, start storing up your energy, start storing up, start preparing and prepping for winter. There is some dark days. And I feel like, but you're going to be the light in the dark days for a lot of people, for a lot of energy. Like, you're going to need all of this energy coming up. There is a major new beginning. So as these darker kind of energies are around us, like, and I don't mean bad, I just mean like darker. We're coming into winter. And so we also have, see, there's your increase. And I feel like your path. So if you don't follow this, do not follow the streets that are mapped out, that everyone else is telling you to go. If something inside of your heart's telling you just go, something inside of your heart's just telling you to do, you have to do that. That's who you are. And this is, by the way, this is the Colette Baron Reed um, Seven Energies, and I'm not following the books that go with them. I'm just following what my channel message and how the card resonates for me with it. There is some beautiful messages in these cards. I do use these cards for doing my own dailies as well, like my own life coaching questions to myself. And this is also the cycles, and this is like an increase. It's like you've come full cycle, you've come to an end. There's like a lot of gemstone energy, a lot of precious gifts being brought into your life. Flow, I feel like you're stepping into the flow of abundance and true love. You see, and this feels like to me the relationship with self, finally seeing you for who you are, finally seeing your worth, finally seeing your value, finally moving forward. But it's also a relationship. I feel like for the Aries energy, picking up, for some of you, there is a real increase in relationship, in love, in those areas as well, that is coming up. And here's our new beginning. And as soon as I always look at this new beginning card, I always say it's like an unintentional, well, I don't know if it's intentional, but there's an unintentional, but I see like you're seeing like the top part of a cross is what the golden light looks like to me. And it's like, this is like a door of opportunity as well into the light, when we travel into our own light, when we go right to our sacral. So there's a lot of like that golden light energy, a lot of taking our power back, taking our, standing in our own light. We're bright enough, and that we don't have to be dulling that light. There's a lot of peace coming in. And this purpley flowers, what's making me represent the grandmother energy, peace, calm. There seems to be like some calmness in your heart and in your mind, making peace with the past, making peace with everything that you've kind of sold yourself short on and everything that's been going down. But I have that real increase in relationship is what I'm picking up as well. And so with that, I have the beautiful yellow flowers in here. And these beautiful yellow flowers that are hidden in here, I feel like that is our lovely loved ones on the other side. And I feel like this lovely loved ones on the other side, what energy I'm pulling with this is the sense that kind of setting the ancestors free that are trapped in the old stories. I feel like there's an old paradigms of energy, like dimensional, like going on or many, um, not many dimensions. That's not what I want. Many like many ancestral lines of continual story after story. You're this, we're that. And it's like, that's kind of like, that's all past, or it's like you're letting them go. You can't, we're letting them ascend. So we have some like old, like we're letting go of the old stories and the old ancestral stories so that we can move forward. We can step into our light. A lot of new beginnings coming up. I feel like we got to ride into November with like caution. I feel like after the first week, it's like not caution to be safe, like caution to just like, I don't need to rush this. And I feel like you're being shown the way. You have, like I said, there's lots of revelations, like a lot of revelations to what's real to you, what's going to be important to you. And here's your shining star. Here's your spark. And this is also Doreen Virtue, or Doreen Virtue. I call it, would love to hear that. Sorry, Colette. Um, Doreen's been on my mind all day though. And I do, even though Doreen chose to walk a different path, I do have, she was one of my early mentors and instructors in, or facilitators in my training in my early days. And she was incredible at what she did. And so where she is now, I always send her many blessings of love and light. And so here we have the spark, and this is us stepping into like, we're lighting our fire again, like lighting back up a piece of our light, a piece of our fire, something that we put out, we forgot about, some piece of us. So but this is the Colette Baron Reed mapping. Oh dear, I'm so bad today. Sorry, Colette. I can't, like, mapping our journey cards. I think it is Colette Baron Reed. I'll put it all in the bottom link of what cards I'm actually using. I do have my own deck that's in the process, and that'll be lovely when those are done. And so then we have strength, and 44 is like you didn't know what kind of strength you had, Aries, until you've had to be challenged the way that you've had. You have been balancing the weight of the world. You've been playing that. It's like you've been holding your own, fighting through. You fought through some of the like hardest battles of your life, and I feel like it's like your prayers have been heard, and this is the magical prayer. Your prayers have been heard, and I feel like just keep looking up, keep holding on to faith, because there is something beautiful coming, protecting your treasures. This goes right back to that thing of trusting your own intuition. Be very protective of what is yours. You have to protect it, because not everybody is going to be totally on board with you, on board with what's happening in your life. And you need to be watching that. So I want to also switch gear a little bit here, and I want to switch back into relationships. I feel like for some of you, Aries, you kind of sometimes feel as if you're bored, or you like something is not challenge you in a relationship. It's like, how, you got to wonder to yourself sometimes, is that me, or is it the relationship itself? And you stop taking blame for everything, because you take blame for everything. Stop taking blame that everything is you. I don't feel like it's all you. I feel like there's a lack of interest that the other person may have within themselves, not within you. And there may be I feel like there's something coming to the light for some of you, something being exposed, and it goes with the revelations, right? You're just having that realization. I feel like there's some places you've been deceived, you've been betrayed, you've been like that kind of energy. And so we have the healing light energy, and this is the quantum oracle, and this is Sandra and Taylor's deck of cards. And so I'm validating the whole message here with these cards because I want to start moving us forward because you're moving forward and because I'm bringing up relationships. So it's like there's some relationships that, you're close to ending or you think about ending, and they may be, but there's major love and I have major love coming in. But it's like if it wasn't ending, I feel like it already fizzled out a long time ago. If there's, if it's like if it's just a lack of interest in their selves, like I just feel like they were caught in all this world energy has been going on, and I feel like there's a renewal coming in. If it's a new relationship, I feel like with a new relationship it is much love. And I'm just like, I just feel there's some proposals, there's some wedding, there's some like total love. That true love card that I pulled earlier, I feel like that true love energy is like looking in the mirror at all the love, like really truly understanding what love means for you and being connected to this. And here's the let go. And this is what I was telling you, like right now. So right now, what you need to do is let go. Let go of let go of all that you're holding to of the past. It's like it's a done deal now. It's like we're finally done. All that karmatic debt that you've been paying, all of that's over. And then you get blessed with this beautiful healing light. And so for my Aries, I am taking a moment and I'm invoking this amazing, beautiful healing energy. I feel like we have Mary Magdalene with us tonight. And I feel like in this today, I wanted to record this earlier today, and everything told me to get up and walk away. And so I walked away with love in my heart. And I walked away with the sense of I'm not feeling the best myself today, feeling very under the weather. I think it's an ascension flu type of thing more than anything. I don't feel like it's COVID. I don't really go anywhere. Um, but I'm also feeling the sense of like a healing energy through all the places you wish you had spoke up, all that you wish you had, said, the times that you wish you didn't have, sold yourself short. And I always say it's like prostituting ourselves out. It's like, and it's like in the archetypes of that we all play out in certain times in our lives. And if you haven't ever followed Carolyn Mice, it's like Carolyn Mice talks about our archetypes, and one of them is like we are the business person, we're the old soul, we're the child, we're the barterer, the business person. And so then we're also do this prostitution energy, and we prostitute ourselves out, like we sell ourselves off for, we as if we sell our worth, and we give up our worth and our value for others often. And it's like, but the true truth is that we are worthy, we are valuable. So this is us returning to full worth and value, no matter who we are, no matter what you have been through, no matter what you have done in your life, stepping back into your light, Aries. No matter, the past is the past, and you're still a beautiful, wonderful human being, no matter what. There's still there's still a light inside of us all. There's still an opportunity, and this is time of showing mercy and being able to return to grace. And I feel like tonight we're invoking a beautiful healing message of the mercy that we show to others, we now bring forth and show into self. And also we spread that out into the world. And we show mercy to the world and to all of those that have challenged us, tested us, pushed us to our limits. And we take all the lessons and the blessings, and through the love of Mary Magdalene, and through the spiritual healing of Mary Magdalene, and then through that sense of knowing challenges upon challenges, and being called names and all those other things, and other people defining who you are, and making up that, the stories. I feel like now is the opportunity to, in the revelations, in that time of change, in the darkness, that happens for the winter season. We're in a middle point here. I feel like we're here to be a light, and to allow our light to shine bright through the darker days, and to be what is being asked of us from the higher consciousness, from our higher self, to trust and believe in our hearts, and to hold true to that. And we ask for the beautiful healing of Mary Magdalene to infuse us with the strength that we didn't know we had, but also to know that we also are human, and with our human weaknesses we sit with humility and say that that is a part of the human journey, and we surrender over and let go of all karmatic debts to our past, and we step into the light of love, relighting our flame, relighting the Mother Mary flame as well, into the violet flame, and we return all frustration, anger, judgment, all of those things that have become a bother to us and what we allow to take our light before, we send that into the light, into the violet flame, and we transmute it into love, and it comes back to us, transmute it into beautiful love. And with that love, we send that love out into the world, but we also bring that love back into here, and discovering that the truest of truest love is what comes from in here. And we invoke that healing. We send healing throughout the body of all Aries, through the minds, through the hearts. I feel like your hearts have been through a big battle, a big war. It's like you've been the Joan of Arc energy for a long time. You've been the Lilith energy. We've been a lot of Venusy energy around us, a lot of the divine feminine working on the behalf of the Aries energy, and really returning back into the essence, saying the reward is that you can now rest, take the armor off, rest for a moment. You're going to be needed. And through the eyes of the storms that are prevailing on the outside of us, is we're going to be needed in a much bigger way, and for us to be able to step into the light. And as a fellow Aries, I send this love to you, and I also accept it for myself. And through the love of Mary Magdalene, and the love of Mother Mary, and the love of all of the divine feminine, I send you love. Have a wonderful November, and I'll see you all in December. Much love. Bye bye.